The McCollum-Chidester House was something that we had a lot of really cool history on, but we were not prepared for the amount of evidence that we were going to get.
Where are you?
When we went to the McCollum-Chidester House, we didn't really know what we were getting into there. It's on the wall, dude. Back. I promise you something to touch me. I'm not even kidding.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to Paranormal Breakdown, where tonight we're going to be investigating the McCollum-Chidester House. Join us tonight. We're going to be locked down in this house and also a side house over here. We're going to investigate both of those. So we've also got a live camera running for our Patreons. Check out our Patreon page, and if you donate $1, then you can get extra content and behind the scenes stuff. So join us tonight, you guys. We're about to have an awesome investigation at the McCollum-Chidester House in Camden, Arkansas. All right, we are here in Camden, Arkansas, and we are with
Danny Harrell.
I'm
the museum manager for the Ouachita County Historical Society, and I've been working here a little over a year, and I've lived here all my life in Camden. This is Colonel John Chidester, who came here from Tecumseh, Alabama. Bought the house 1863, and he had the stagecoach business and run it until about 1882, and he actually had a stagecoach line that went from Camden all the way to Yuma, Arizona.
Wow.
His wife Leah is behind there, and she was from Aberdeen, Mississippi. This is Peter McCollum, the actual builder of the house. Like I said, he built this house in 1847. When he come here and bought this land, Camden was the second largest town in Arkansas, other than Little Rock.
Wow.
It was a booming little town.
That's crazy.
And it was due to the riverboat traffic that come from New Orleans. And that's where all this furniture that the Chidesters left here come from. And the house was actually used in the filming of the North and South in somewhere in early 1984, because the film come out, the miniseries come out in 1985 on ABC. Actually, Patrick Swayze and James Reed did a scene in here. They made this room here into like a West Point classroom. Okay.
The question that we want to know is, what are your experiences here?
My experiences, I can tell you just a little bit. Like I say, we've looked at the ghost picture, you know, because that was done. A picture was made in the east bedroom. Okay, and then another lady here, we used to work here as curator. She was in the boys' room on the west bedroom that we went through, and she was in there cleaning one day, and she left out of the room. Her husband comes in looking for her, and he smells baked bread. Kathy goes back in there, and she smells it too. So it smelled like something like baked bread, and they thought it could have been Miss Chidester was thanking them for cleaning the house. That's what she was doing that day. She was kind of cleaning up and everything, but it smelled just like baked bread that they saw. There's also, like I say, someone, I can't give any names, but they saw in this master bedroom a ghost lady. That's been years ago, you know.
Came in one morning, unlocked the door, came in, walked over to this window. There's a bird bath out there, and the birds were playing. And it's like 9 o'clock, spring morning. Light was coming in because the sun was off in the south in that direction, so light was flooding in. So I was watching the birds play. Turned and looked back in the parlor, and right in there, in the middle of the room, just to the right of the centerpiece, kind of a grayish mist. And I stood here and I go, what? And you know, caught me off guard. So I looked at it for a couple of seconds. I got to check this out. So I started walking forward. It had been right about in here, and it was slowly, there's a mass moving in this direction. I came in here, and as I approached it, it just dissipated.
Oh yeah, this is creepy for sure.
Very.
Dude, I literally cannot see anything.
Oh yeah, I know. You have to.
Zero. I'm gonna give you a little example of what we see. That's what we see. Absolutely nothing.
James, I can hear you breathing.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry, Pat.
You might have to like pull your mic down some. It's like all up in your breathing. Your nose is whistling. These are the things I have to deal with. This guy with his whistling nose.
I've been stopped up, okay?
Well, I hear. Where are you? Oh, we're not even in the same room.
Nope.
Oh, hi.
Coming.
Thought you were in this room. Sorry.
Oh God.
Dude.
There's a little step down there. My bad.
You're the worst.
Dude, I cannot, I literally, this is worse than the Clayton house. I can't see anything.
Well, that's the point.
Is this the tricycle he said he saw moving by itself?
Yeah. I see dead people. God. Is there anyone in here that wants to communicate with us tonight?
I'm hearing all kinds of noises. Like, it's weird. Keep looking in that doorway, think I'm gonna see somebody.
I think I just saw an orb.
Really?
Yeah, it was right behind you.
Is there anyone in here? Did you just try to make yourself visible? Is there someone that was in the Civil War in here? If you can hear me, come to this device in my hand and try to make the light change colors. All you have to do is touch it. Almost a red. Look. Look. See it? Make it do it again. I know you can do it. See it?
Can you go towards that light and see if it's causing it?
Nope. We see that you're trying to communicate with us by changing that light. We appreciate that. Can you do it one more time? Just do it again.
Can't shoot directly on it because the light washes it out.
Okay, I'm going to pull out the, since we're getting stuff on the K2, I'm going to pull out the spirit box.
Okay.
I just want to tell you guys too that Lena and I actually modified our SB7 spirit box the other day. We took the antenna out. So it'll still scan through the frequencies, through the radio waves, but it won't pick up any signals, at least it shouldn't, without an antenna in it. So it's more likely than not, if we hear something talking on this, especially over multiple bands, that it could be a spirit. If that was you, you can come to this blue light in my hand and talk into it, and we can hear you and communicate with you.
Just saw another orb go right around your head.
An orb?
Yeah, right around your head.
We did have a lot of activity in this room, but it was at this moment that I started to feel energy like coming into me really fast. I could feel, just felt like something was rushing into me. And that's when stuff started to really get crazy. Was that you in here? I just got full body chills. Oh my gosh, I'm so chilled. Like, goosebumps everywhere. Like, goosebumps everywhere. Was that you? Are you trying to touch me right now? Chills, dude. Chills again. I can feel you standing here.
Oh, what was that?
Dude, I'm serious.
Sometimes when you're using the spirit box, it will mimic people's voices. And we listened to this one clip over and over and over and determined that we think that it's my voice saying whatever. And I don't know about you, but I don't know about many people in the 1800s that used whatever. So.
Goosebumps. That's 3 times now, just sitting there like, just.
Hey, my battery just drained.
Really?
Sometimes if you have batteries or something that has energy that can be drained from it, ghosts will use that to try to get energy so they can manifest themselves.
There's something in here, I can feel it. Like, I'm getting seriously chills. I'm getting chills, the same voice every time. I can feel you in here. Please talk to us. If you can hear me, come up to this device in my hand with the lights on and you can talk into that and I can hear you. Can you tell me what happened to you?
What was
I was
that?
a little kid.
I've never heard a sound like that.
No. So I'm for real like shaking. I'm like scared, dude. It just felt like it just rushed up on me. Are you standing by the bed? Golly. Okay. I promise you something just touched me. I'm not even kidding. There's nothing quite like being touched by a spirit in the pitch black darkness. It really is something that kind of changed me. At the time, I remember just freezing and not being able to really process what had just happened. I thought maybe I ran into something, but being physically touched by something that you can't see is pretty terrifying.
Where did you get touched at?
Right here.
Can you stand over here? Like, I can't see you because of that light. What
Right
just
here.
happened?
Something touched me right here.
Like a poke?
And then I heard this as I walked off. Did you hear it?
There's someone in the room. Can you please come to me? Can you touch my hand? Can you touch my hand?
It said freaking James. I'm not kidding. It was a guy's voice this time. That's my name. I've never felt this uncomfortable in a location. I've never felt this uncomfortable in a location. If you're on the bed, can you make this green light change colors? All you have to do is touch it and it'll change colors. If you're by the bed.
So we got a response from our spirit asking us to wipe off the K2 meter after I asked it to touch it to make it light up. And this is cool for a few reasons. One of the reasons is that that's an intelligent response. You know, it's a relevant response, but also, you know, considering that we're in the COVID-19 pandemic right now, this spirit could simply be, you know, repeating something. You know, I'm sure they go through this museum and clean it often due to people coming in and doing tours and things like that during this time. So it's just a really cool response. It's very relevant.
Right now we're using the SLS camera we just built. Basically, if you don't know what an SLS camera is, it runs off of a Kinect camera, like you would use for an Xbox.
You can't. Don't point it right at it because it's got an IR light. Okay.
And it runs off the Kinect camera that you use for an Xbox, and it has mapping on the screen where basically you can see, like if I were to stand in front of it, you would see a stick figure mapping me out. So if we see any, you know, stick figures being mapped when there's no one standing there, there's a possibility that that could be a spirit. Are you still in here? I have a way to see you now. If you could come back, we can see you. Did you see that?
No. Can't really see it through the camera.
It was a kid. It's like this tall.
Jesus.
I'm gonna walk this way because I keep seeing it.
All right.
Over there. There's a bed right here. I can't freaking see it. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
What?
Is that you standing there? Are you pointing at something? Go over there. Oh, you walked in front of it. But... Okay, you walked over there, now it's gone.
No way.
Yeah. I can see you. It's mapping you.
Okay, let me come back.
Can you come back? I'm sorry if we scared you.
Come back into the doorway here. What if you move around a little bit? Maybe, what if you move around a little bit? Does it remap it?
No.
Wow. All right. If that was you, can you come back, please, so we can see you?
So it did map over the top of like a cabinet area, and we thought maybe it was mapping that, but we've just tried for another few minutes to get it to map that same spot again, and if it was mapping the furniture, you'd think it would have done it again. So it didn't. As soon as Lana walked over there, it was gone. It's on the wall, dude. I see you. It's the corner of the cabinet. It's just sitting there. There's no way that it would have met that as a person because there's nothing there that even looks like a person.
Are you climbing on the furniture? You probably should get down from there.
It's getting taller, dude. Are you trying to climb down? I'm gonna walk towards you. It's the wrong way. It's gone. Oops. It's gone. Just left.
Come stand back where you were.
I don't know where I was standing.
Somewhere like that. What in the world?
It was right there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What makes the figure that we mapped on the SLS camera awesome is the fact that the figure, or the entity, whatever you want to call it, it was climbing on this cabinet, or this dresser that was right in front of us next to the bed. And this was the same spot where I was touched earlier. Almost seems like maybe the spirit was climbing on this furniture and accidentally kicked me or accidentally hit me, or maybe even touched me from the cabinet itself. It's just a really good find considering they both happened in the same spot.
I feel like it's a little kid. And it's climbing on stuff.
Yeah, it kind of seems that way, huh? I think we should split up.
Okay, yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Okay. Right, this is Lana, and I am going into the attic. I am by myself, and this is the room where the bullet holes are actually still on the wall here. You can see them there. They're in like a little plexiglass now, but those are actual bullet holes from way back. And they left those in there, so that's kind of cool. It's very dark, very dark. I venture to say this is one of the darkest places we've been. Is there anybody in here that would like to communicate with me tonight? If you're trying to speak to me, can you say that again? Can you tell me what your name is? Is there anybody here that wants to communicate? I keep hearing sounds, but I don't know where they're coming from. And also, this this thing over here is scaring the Jesus out of me every 5 seconds because I forget that it is a mannequin. Alright. So I'm not really hearing much around here. I was hearing some things earlier, but I'm not hearing anything now. I've got my voice recorder going. I think just for a second, I'm just gonna lay on the floor and I'm just gonna listen. And I'm gonna see if I just listen, you know, and I'll keep the voice recorder going and we'll see what we get here. When I got up there and actually sat down and just was quiet, it was a very creepy experience. Like, you don't realize how dark a room is until you're in an attic with no windows.
Why are old pictures so scary?
It's a good question.
Lana's using the SLS camera right now to see if we can map any figures in this room.
If you want to communicate, come and stand in front of this device and I'll be able to see you. I'm going to turn on the spirit box. Is there anyone in here that wants to communicate with us tonight? What is your name?
It said John, didn't it?
It did say John. Did you say that your name is John? Yes or no? Did you say your name is John? Yes or no?
It said John again.
So in the dining room, we ended up talking to a spirit named John, and at the time we didn't really know the significance of the name John. But as I was editing the footage, I went back, and when we were interviewing Danny, he talked about a man named Colonel John Chidester that used to live in the house, hence the name McCollum-Chidester House. So we really believe that this spirit of John could have been John Chidester.
Okay, John. What's your last name? Are you someone that died in this house?
Yes.
Do you want to talk to us tonight?
It say yes?
Yeah. Okay. So your name's John and you do want to talk to us. You said you wanted to talk to us, so what did you want to tell us? John, are you still there? John, are you still here?
Sound like it's I found them.
One of the things that happened there also in the dining room was right before we left, there was an EVP that came from the spirit box that said, "I found them." And that was also a significant thing because we realized that we were standing right underneath the room in the attic where they had the bullet holes in the wall. The reason why there were bullet holes in the wall is because they thought someone was hiding in there. They thought it was a hidden room, so they shot through the wall. It actually ended up being the top of the staircase.
So I'm going to turn the spirit box on back here because this is where we originally had, or James had a weird experience over here. So is there somebody in here with us that wants to communicate? If there's somebody in here that wants to communicate with us, can you tell us what your name is?
I think the fact that the spirit box isn't making any noise right now is just more proof than
Proof that it usually doesn't make a bunch of noise.
right.
We were in here earlier with you and there was someone in here. Can you come back? Yeah, there's absolutely nothing in here.
Yeah.
All right, we are in the parlor area. This is where they had people, you know, basically their living room back in the old days. And they also had, you know, whenever they'd have people die, instead of going to the morgue, they'd have them in the house. And the parlor is usually where that was at. So we're just gonna kind of scan this with the spirit box and the SLS camera. Is there anybody in this room that wants to communicate with us? Can you step in front of this camera or talk into this little radio? What is your name? Did you die in this house?
Here to the right. That would be right on the right side of the fireplace, since it's reversed.
Is this you?
That's weird looking. There's nothing there for it to map to make a mistake. It's like hanging out on the right side of the fireplace.
Is this you over here by the fireplace?
No.
Is this you over here by the fireplace?
No. No.
Then who is
Look.
it? Did you die here?
I just got like a really weird feeling.
Someone's sitting on the couch.
Did you hear that noise?
No, what was it?
Or was that you?
What?
It sounded like a really loud tapping sound over there. Was somebody sitting on the couch?
There was. Was that you that was sitting on the couch?
That was strange. I felt like so strange there for a second. I felt like heavy.
Was that you that was sitting on the couch? If so, can you go sit down again? Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
So this room was really interesting because we were getting a lot of very clear responses after a very long time of it not doing anything. We've been walking around the house for a while, trying to capture something, and it wasn't coming through. So this was the first room that came through in a while, and it was pretty clear. It was answering questions. So we decided to set up the SLS camera in that room, and we caught a figure sitting on the couch, and it kind of went back and forth several times where it would just pop up and then disappear.
They're on the couch again. Oh, this fucking thing just went off. It's gone. It's on the couch again. It's gone. It's standing up now. It's gone now.
There's something in here, dude.
Are you still here with us? All right, we're gonna leave. If you want us to stay, then say something. All right, we're gonna go into the other room. If you want to follow us, you can. All right, we have SLS camera and spirit box for the last little bit of our investigation.
What's behind you out there? Is it a chair or a bed or what?
This is a bedpost.
What's next to the bed?
This is the trunk, or like.
There's something sitting there.
If there's somebody in here, can you reach out and touch my hand?
That's weird. It's reaching for you.
Now?
Oh, it's just touched your hand. It's just like an arm stretched out and it touched your hand.
All right, I'm gonna turn on the spirit box.
Wherever it was, it's gone.
It's you that touched my hand. Can you tell me what your name is?
It's back. It's standing there now.
Are you standing right here?
It's like leaned up against the bedpost. Like it's almost like sitting on the trunk.
If that's you, can you please talk into this?
It has its hand on the bedpost.
Can you touch my hand again? Can you touch my hand?
It just moved its hand away from your hand. Okay, now it's touching your hand.
Thank you for touching my hand. Can you tell me what your name is?
It's still standing there.
Can you touch my hand again?
It's weird. It's like changing shit. It's touching your hand. That was strange. That was strange.
We're only going to be here for a few more minutes. Can you please tell us what your name is? Alright, I'm about to turn this device off, so it's your last chance if you want to say something. Not many paranormal investigators come through here. All right, goodbye. This investigation was full of orbs, the most incredible orbs that I've ever captured on film or anything. And then the fact that I'm not even freaking out that this figure on an SLS camera is touching my hand. Like I didn't freak out until I saw it, and I'm so glad that we were able to get that on film too.
Looking back at this location, it was actually one of the more scary locations that I've been in, especially in the bedroom. Getting touched by a spirit is just something that I can't really explain, especially in the dark. So overall, looking back, this was just a really, really good investigation.
But overall, this place, I think that a lot of it may be residual, but there may be a chance that there's some intelligent spirits that are there as well, because we got some intelligent responses on a few things. So overall, this has been a wonderful place. The guys were really nice, and maybe we'll make a round two sometime.